Okay, children, Monday we celebrated Guru Nanak Jayanti. Guru Nanak Dev was the founder of Sikhism. Okay, Sikhism is a young religion. It is very not old religion like Hindu. It is a Hindu religion, but it is not old. Uh, it is only 600-year old for its founder. Guru Nanak was born only in 1469. When Guru Nanak was born in 1469, the Sikhs, well over 13 million in number all over the world. The six religions are only 13 million, very less. You can say that they are very less in number. And minority of India. In India, it is the origin of Sikhism is origin in India, but here only the population is 1.96%. So they are minority. They called not majority, they are called minority. Living mostly in northern state of Punjab. They have spread all over the parts of country where they were earned a place for themselves in various trades and professions. By their industrial nature and spiritual of spirit of adventure. Sikhs are basically like to do business. So they are, because of their nature of industrialization and industries, and they are very adventurous. They are very brave. You can see the symbol of Sikhism. I will explain you later. It all shows the braveriness and courageous. They are very adventurous. So because of that reason, they spreaded many places of India and abroad also. They have also gone in sizable number to various part of the world. You can see the Canada. In Canada, there is mostly Punjabis are there. Sikh religion peoples are there. Sikhism, comparatively speak, is a young faith of its founder, Guru Nanak, who was born only 5th century ago in 1469. He was a great teacher who raised his voice against the malpractice and abuses that had crept into the religious and social custom then prevalent in India, and laid special emphasis in the foundation of faith in God, good conduct, and harmonious, the happy society. So, children, every time if one religion is constructed, one guru is come, because why the guru are born? Because of the social abuses and wrongness. When the society is corrupt with wrong practice, somewhere women are not treated properly, people discuss themselves from higher level community and lower level community, like some people are Brahmin, they treat like Brahmins treat differently, and some people are not good caste, that casteism, that malfunctioning, bad things spreaded in society. That time gurus are born. They thought that these systems are wrong, and that's why different type of religion come to make believe in God. And what is the real purpose of religion? To make a society good. For that, spread this message, this type of different type of religion comes. Sikhism is also come due to this reason. He expressed himself clear and forthright on God and his creations, man and his place in the universe. So when Sikhism come, that time there is many wrong things happen in the society. So Guru Nanak was very clear in his mind that religion should be there for treat the person needy and poor, and those person who are need to help. Religious peoples are there to help them. So main reason of religion is to come closer with people and behave and give a good society. That is the main purpose of Guru Nanak. It is his respect reiterated by the successor gurus that form the basic of Sikh thought. It was a century later in 604. So when Guru Nanak go through this religion, he got recognition in 1604, the three gurus and himself, and provided the Sikh with a scripture of their own. And then they write one whole book in 1604. They write a book on the religion, what they believe. They believe in, you know, अब देखे होंगे Sikh लोग, they always, boys also, Sikh boys also have long hair, braid, and they put the hair with the one pagdi or turban. So in this volume, the Adi Granth, he included the composition of 16 other Indian sons, Hindu, Muslim, and Harijan, such as Jayadev, Shurdas, Farid, Namdev, Kabir, and Ravidas. So when they wrote the volume, the book, the Adi Granth, in 1604, they include the thoughts of these gurus also, which is reflect the Hindu religion also, Muslim also, Harijan also. Harijan means those who are belong from very poor caste. The next stage, a revolutionary one, came another century later when Guru Gobind Singh, the 10th Guru, organized the community into a distinct well-equipped group of Khalsa. So 10th Guru, Guru Gobind Singh, is made a group of Khalsa, the pure, infusing a new spirit into his followers. He wanted them to be soldiers. So when Guru Gobind Singh was the main guru of Sikhs, he made a group of Khalsa, though their work is to work like soldiers and saints at the same time. They are practice sword play and all the, one second, someone is, okay. So they behave like a sant, they live in the ashrams, they live in a sant's life, and then also they behave like a soldiers who can fight. He asks them to wear long hair, underwear, and iron bangles. They always wear iron bangles, and comb they put in their hair, and sword, all the time they will carry a sword. So these things, who adopted these things in Sikhism? 10th Guru, Guru Gobind Singh. Remember this. Who made the Khalsa community? Who behaved like soldiers and sant? Guru Gobind Singh, who was the 10th Guru of Sikh. The men among the Sikhs are easily recognized by their beard and turban covering their unshorn hair, deeply religious and courageous. The community had to make heavy sacrifices for cherished causes and has known many ups and downs, severe and barbarous precautions on the one hand and rule over Punjab and beyond on the other. So when this Khalsa group is coming, they dominate all the Sikh other communities, Sikh related communities and other communities, and they were very brave, and they for historical reason, having had the still students are coming so late. For historical reasons, having had the continuously fight for their own and their faith survival, soldiering has become an important profession with them. So that now they practice to fight with talwars, horse riding, and different type of soldiering acts, those which are famous for their act for Sikhism. Now see children, this is Golden Temple. It is the most important pilgrimage of Sikhism. The Golden Temple at Amritsar in India is the place of, it is situated in Amritsar. You know, I think you know, pilgrimage which all Sikhs hope to visit. All Sikh men have the name Singh, which means lion. One of the 5 promises they make is that they will not cut their hair to keep themselves looking neat and tidy, then often wear turbans. So remember that Golden Temple. One second. Guru Nanak's advent on the Indian scene considered that with the Bhakti movement and the appearance of Sufism, and he preached once of God, brotherhood of man and service to humanity. Again I said, the Sikh community come to service poor, needy people. You can see in langars, in gurudwaras, they give food to everyone without asking their religion. Anyone can come to the Gurudwara, and all the Punjabi people serve them. They made food by their own service. They never ask for money or anything for making the food, for cleaning the Gurudwaras, to serve the food, to clean the Gurudwara. These all things they do without any charge, and for the nature of humanity they do that. This is the real sense of Sikhism. And now, few points I am cutting because it is very long. Okay. There is a few points. When his surgeon in this world was drawing to close, he selected a discipline, Lehna, later known as Guru Angad. So when this Sikhism is going on, he selected, Guru Nanak selected one of his follower, Lehna. Later he named the person Guru Angad to succeed him. Successor means who will take charge after him. The subsequent gurus carried on the spiritual mission of Guru Nanak and gained more and more following. They are in fact considered as Nanak 2, Nanak 3 and so on. Guru Arjan, with whom Jahangir was much annoyed, was tortured to death at Lahore in 1606. This impelled his successor, Guru Har Gobind, to pick up the sword and to call up the community to fight for justice and righteousness. The children, this time when Mughals and other sultans were attacked in India, that time they most courageous and bravest people that are Sikhs who fight with them to not hand over their motherhood and the Punjab and the area, and they always fight very bravely, and they are also engaged in armies that time. When Mughals and Sultans come to conquer India, they come in Delhi, Punjab, in that area, but always they have faced problem with these six people who always ready to fight with them to not give the our own country to them. So Guru Gobind Singh constantly spent year in the battlefield where the loss of his 4 sons and thousands of devotees. He in battlefield he lost his 4 sons also, Guru Gobind Singh. It was at Anandpur Sahib in 1699, and he performed the epoch-making ceremony on administrating Amrit, the nectar, to the Sikhs and wielded them into Khalsa brotherhood. He first baptized in 5 persons belonging to different castes, high and low. Still this baptism is still they follow. They take different type of caste peoples and they play together for sake of the motherland. He first baptized 5 persons belonging to different castes, high and low, according to prevalent concept as Panch Piaras, the 5 beloved ones, and then asked them to give him the Amrit and in turn of baptize him, though significantly that his own discipline were his equals. Among the Sikhs, there was to be no compartmentalization on the basis of caste, worldly wealth of status. So the main uniqueness of this Sikhism is they not believe in that their religion is superior and others not. They always believe there is one religion, that is humanity, and they always come closer to other religion people also. As written in Guru Granth Sahib, they take the adoption of other castes like Hindu, Muslim, and different religions thoughts, which is good. They adopted that things in their religions also. I hope you understand. Just before his demise, Guru Gobind Singh laid down that with him the lion of Guru's inflation blood would come to a close, and henceforth the holy book Sri Guru Granth Sahib would be the Guru incarnate. He added to it some hymns composed by Guru. Hymns means for Guru Bani. Guru Bani, those who written for prayer, for positive thought. Guru Bani is one of the kind of thoughts which you can say in that Hanuman Chalisa depict of Hanumanji. Like that, Guru Bani is one of compositions which led in Guru Granth Sahib. To all the religious people worship through this Guru Bani. They sing these Guru Banis. The Sikh now revere the Granth Sahib implicit as the Guru. They seek peace, guidance and enlightenment through Gurubani. The word of Guru as enshrined in Sri Guru Granth Sahib. So it's all are written in Guru Granth Sahib. So few things I want to tell you about Gurudwaras. Gurudwaras. Then I will give you chance to speak. So listen carefully. Huh? Now after me, that is your chance to speak. 1 second. 1 second. Still students are coming. Okay. The Gurudwaras are open to all communities and caste, and no parda is observed. In the house of the Lord, all are equal. Irrespective of their statues in the world outside, on a visit to the temple, the head is to be kept covered as the mark of respect to Granth Sahib, and shoes are not allowed inside. Smoking is taboo, and so also are liquor and other intoxicants. There is no hereditary priestly class among the Sikhs. So there is no class. Sikh means Sikhs. That is not any casteism that this is higher class Sikh and this is lower class. They are all are same. Anyone could work as a priest in the Gurudwara. So there is no Brahmin who only priest like other caste, or we can see anyone can. Those who are willing to faith and believe and good karmas, they can serve as a priest in the Gurudwara or functions as such as given occasions. Any layman who can read the Granth Sahib can conduct the ceremonial rites, such as on the occasion of a marriage. All Gurudwaras, however, employ priests called Granthis, so that someone can devote all his time to the upkeep of the temple and to routine duties. The priest is expected to be well up with the scriptures. They are persons who train themselves for kirtan and are employed for the purpose. But often enough, even this duty is attended to by men and women from various other walk of life. Important Gurudwaras run a langar that I told you, or a free community kitchen for pilgrims, travelers and others. The institution of langar came into being almost with the inception of the faith. Guru Nanak organized one at Kartarpur, where he settled down during the latter part of his life. The third Guru, Amar Das, made it obligatory for anyone come to meet him for his divine darshan to partake of the meal in the common kitchen. Everyone, high or low, including Emperor Akbar, did that. The langar obliterated all distinctions of the rich and the poor and the caste and creed, and the promoted equality, brotherhood and social integration. On a visit to an important shrine, it is an act of pity for a devotee to put in some manual labor in the kitchen. No money, nothing. They only do something in the kitchen to serve the meal and to take the food sitting in a row on a mat. The food is traditionally vegetarian, served of the congregation of all means is highly prized. The more the menial, the more the spiritual edifying. Even well-to-do people would consider it an honor to whip the dust of the shoes of the devotees and to sip up the shrine to imbibe a lesson in humanity to service. So this is the fact of Gurudwaras. Now, many facts are there. This one, yes. The symbol of, there is many points about Sikhism, but I am taking it little simple so you can speak about the topic. So this is the symbol of Sikhism. You can see all the Sikh people on their pagdi, they wore it, and any places, this Sikh symbol is made up of two curved, you can see swords. Two curved swords, you can see here. This is sword, two sword. A double-edged dagger. This is a double-edged dagger. See, this is double-edged. And a discus. This is discus. So it is a symbol of a protector, discus, and sword is symbol of bravery, fighting spirit. It stands for bravery and spiritual power. So now, okay, now something about Golden Temple. In some of the temples, more especially in Golden Temple, Akal Takht and Baba Atal at Amritsar, the Shrine at Taran Taran and Baboli Sahib at the Govindwal, artists have provided decorative embellishment through various disciplines. So the architecture of Golden Temple and other Gurudwaras are very prominent, and it works like a divine feeling. So children, my portion is finished. If you have any doubt and want to know more, I will tell you, because there is lots of many things are there. We can't take in one. Now they are coming after 1 o'clock. Okay,
Ma'am?
children. Yes.
Ma'am, can you explain, ma'am, can you explain again about Golden Temple?
Golden
Because
Temple.
your
Okay.
voice is cracking.
Okay, my Golden Temple. Okay, I'm taking Golden Temple. You can see my presentation, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. The Golden Temple at Amritsar in India is the place of pilgrimage which all the Sikhs hope to visit. All Sikh men have the name Singh, which means lion, one of the 5 promises they made, in that they will not cut their hair to keep themselves looking neat and tidy. They often wear turbans. Okay, you want to know about Golden Temple? Yeah, it is the most famous religion place of Sikhs. It is made by gold all over. And more, if you know about the Golden Temple, anyone can, you can speak. If you know more
Ma'am?
about Golden Temple. Yeah.
Ma'am,